Hey, we're back at the Red Barn Spectacular in Hickory Corners, Michigan. There's actually a pretty good swap meet that's associated with the show, so we're going to take a look around and see if we can find some interesting things. Let's go take a look.
To start off with, we've got actually a pretty good selection of Michigan plates here. Michigan plates before 1915 are actually porcelain rather than stamped steel, so finding those in good condition is a little bit more difficult. Model A repop windshield. Let's see, we got some other Model A stuff. Not sure what those heads fit. This is a really nice back end of a midget racer there. Round behind it, we've got a 1926-27 Model T trunk, priced at $500. Maybe kind of at the top end of the market on that pricing. I see old truck doors with graphics on them being used as sort of garage or man cave decor. I don't know, this is a good one. I like this one. Endelbrook tri-carb setup, just kind of sitting around out there. 1950 Ford F4 for sale here. Actually doesn't really look too terrible. It's nice and solid along the bottom of the doors where it normally rusted out. Cab corners don't look too bad. Looks like it's had quite a bit of engine work done. So, I don't know, looks like it runs and drives pretty well if all that's been done right. Parked over next to that one, we've got an old Chevy pickup for sale. Looks like this one's had a little bit of engine work too, at least the engine's been all detailed, so I'm assuming that it's had a whole bunch of engine work done. Should be another good driver there. 17-inch Ford wire wheels. These are priced at $125 a pair, which I think is actually pretty reasonable. I think 17s are 1933, 34, if I'm not mistaken. I really wasn't expecting much out of this swap meet, but honestly, we're really just getting started this morning. Really super complete Ford dash there. It's got the speedometer, ignition, and everything in there. Got some other old grills and maybe a Model A hood over there. Lights and spotlights. Hey, a Model T wood wheel. The outer part there that's not the spokes, that's called the felloe, and this is all squared off, meaning that it's a square felloe wheel. That's late production. This one is priced at $100. We got some cast spare tire holders, another rim spreader. Some really old tire pumps. Some of those guys look like they have brass tubes. Airplane-shaped pedal car for your kids. Actually, some really nice trophies. There's some here that are old enough to actually be cool. There's one with an old snowmobile on it even. Super cool little aluminum spotlight. Oh, wait, we got another booth of Model T parts here. Let's take a look. We got a coil box. Looks like a newer rebuilt crankshaft and a camshaft here. Those are nice. Let's see, we got a 1923 4.5 style firewall there, gas tank, some steering columns. I think 17 to 22 style windshield there for open cars. Some more windshield parts and some running board irons.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, some wood wheels. Actually, 1926-27 style exhaust pipe. These are hard to find, and really not too many people are looking for them. Only $5 for a cannon that really fires. Looks like a 1926-27 Model T front fender. Hey, look at that. It's a 1928 Chevy head. I had that video a couple videos ago talking all about these things. Anyway, this one's a little bit rusty and it's priced at $200, but it could still be used.
The swap meet here is actually bigger than I thought. It just kind of keeps going and going. There's a lot of good stuff around here. They got a John Deere here working as a car parts hauler if you happen to buy anything a little bit too big to carry or just need to ride back to your parking space. Here we got a whole Model T for sale. It says it's a 23 with kind of a homemade body, nice seats, earlier fenders. Those are 14, I believe. They got the 4 rivets up there. More in line with a 23 motor and a brass radiator. So kind of a put together car. He's got the hood former for a wood dash, which is earlier. Kind of a put-together car, but you know what? You don't have to be 100% accurate on cars. As long as it's a car that you can have fun with, and that's really all that matters, and that's what T's are all about. If you want 100% restoration where everything is correct, hey, that's great too, but you can't always do that. You just work with what you got, and this is actually a nice car. Asking 4,500 OBO, which is, yeah, it's reasonable. This should find a home today.
Oh, here's looks like just a complete ready-to-go Model A chassis. Looks like a good start to a Speedster project, or if you've got a car or truck chassis or body that you just want to put on there, this is what you need. 1937 Ford grill here, I think. Looks like a nice one, no brakes. This is actually the most intriguing deal I saw all day. This guy is asking $4,200 for all 4 of these cars, including the trailer. He says these things were built in the early 50s and raced then, and then retired and have sat since the early 70s. All fiberglass body, missing the motors, but that shouldn't be too hard to find something to make these things go. The one had some fiberglass that needs to be repaired. I have this guy's contact information. If anyone is like a serious buyer, I can hook you up with this guy's information in Michigan, and you might be able to buy something here. Hey, a complete Solex bicycle with a little motor on there. You see the motor is separate, but it's kind of rare to see the whole bike and everything all together. What these things are these are glass slides from the 1920s. They're all advertising for car products. And these were the advertising slides that got projected in silent movie theaters, like before the movie, and they're like showing ads up on the screen. That's what these things were, and they're all from the 20s. And while I was there filming this, the whole lot of them sold for $350, which I don't even know what these are worth, but they're just super neat. We got some motorcycle license plates. Looks like some motorcycle advertising or safety signs. Some more bike plates over here. The motorcycle license plates are just like the regular license plates, but they're just a little bit smaller, and of course they are a little bit more expensive when you go and try and buy them. Got really nice brass bell. We got some early steering columns. The one is supposedly about a 1918 Rio. I think the other one's a Cadillac. Nice to see some earlier stuff out here. Model T go-kart. These things were actually manufactured back in the 60s and 70s. Nice unmolested ones go for, in the $1,000 to $1,200 range. This one actually looks nice and complete. Ooh, it's an old bike. I actually like old bikes, and this one is skip tooth gearing. If you look at the gears there, that marks it as probably a pre-war model. Looks like a Meade. Actually, it's a Flying Star. I'm not familiar with the Flying Star. Only $200 though, very reasonably priced. I'd be tempted if I didn't already have too many projects, but that's a nice bike. Over here we have a Schwinn Stingray. These things actually command very high prices right now, especially in nice complete ones like this. If you have a bike like this in the garage, do not throw it out. These things are very valuable right now.
That bike being $200 kind of reminded myself of the fact that I always think of myself as having $200 worth of brains. That's because anytime I've got more than $200 just cash loose in my wallet, I officially have more money than brains and blow it on something. All right, back to the swap meet.
Well, it looks like an old Neptune boat motor for $75. That's pretty complete. I like old boat motors. Well, who doesn't? Over here we've got some dishware with the Ford Rotunda on there. I super geek out every time I see Ford Rotunda on anything. That's the Ford building that burned down back in the 50s, but I really like anything Rotunda related. Let's see, we've got nice old picture of a Kaiser Darren, some more license plates, another jewelry, some nice. See, over in this booth we've got some blacksmith tools. These usually command a premium whenever you see them. It's not really something I'm too much into though. There's a nice old electric motor there. I do like old electric motors. What really interests me here is actually not for sale. I really like their old antique trailer. It's an old tilt bed, maybe from the 50s or 60s. It's I think it's really super cool. Let's see over here. We've got oh, there's some old bikes over there. More old bikes. We always like to see old bikes. There's some more body bump tools over there. Looks like some old Western flyers. There's a Schwinn. These are newer than usually I like, though. These are from the 50s probably. Another booth with some Model T parts, some old tire pumps. Looks like some Model T fenders. This guy's got a couple of other interesting things here. Let me show you a couple of carburetors. This is looking down the barrel of a standard Ford NH carburetor. The NH actually has a little bit of a hump in it, so the air goes in and does a little dog leg and then comes out the other side. But this here, now this is the same NH but a slightly different model. This is what they call a straight through. See, there's no hump, so the air is able to pass straight through the carburetor. Externally, they look very similar and they're still called the Model NH, but this is actually a much better running carburetor. And if you see one of these, they're a better carburetor for the Model T. Here is a complete 1926-27 Model T Ford motor for $750. That's actually probably about market price for one of these. Everything looks correct for 26.7. That's got the correct pan, correct pedals. Everything looks good. I've seen a couple of these soapbox derby cars here today. Both of them are newer fiberglass models, not the really early wooden ones. But I don't know. These are nice for hanging up in garages and stuff. Hey, this is neat. This looks like one of those like miniature stoplights. It's on wheels. Looks like one of those ones that they bring out when they're trying to teach kids road safety, where they have like the little bicycle course and trying to teach them how to use a stoplight properly. I don't think I've ever actually seen one of those. That's actually super neat. Here's something neat. There's an Alamite screw holder where you can screw little jars of, screws onto the central carousel there. We've got some, looks like some visible gas pump parts and some, some neat old cans. I don't know, there's some kind of neat stuff here. Hey, look over here. Looks like somebody brought about a 1955 Ford station wagon here as their haul vehicle. Here's a Model A truck cab, but this one looks a little weird because it is actually all fiberglass. It's some kind of a repop if you're going to do maybe some kind of a rat rod, or if you can't get a good steel cab. Now let's kind of wrap this up with something really interesting. I absolutely love old industrial carts and old golf carts. This is one of the Marketeer. Sign says it was made between 1959 and 1961. Marketeer was active in the 1950s up into the mid-60s, making electric carts of various kinds before they were bought out by Westinghouse. This one looks like it's missing the electric motor, but that's something that can be replaced. Get some batteries in there, and this thing can be fixed right up. Old electric carts, I think, just have a neat look to them. They just have that sort of vintage appeal. I just love them.
Well, that was the Red Barn Spectacular swap meet. I thought I'd separate out the swap meet from the car show and do a separate video just on that. The video I posted last week, that was the car show. I hope you enjoyed that. Coming up, I've got a couple other shows planned. I was going to be showing you some restoration projects I'm working on, but I've got a little problem with my arm here, so I'm going to have to just put those on hold a little bit till fall, but hope you understand. Anyway, until the next video, I'll talk to you later.